Alcohol versus health. What do you choose? What do you choose? For many years, tens of years in fact, I chose, stupidly, alcohol. Looking back, I don't know why I did that. Maybe it was just the buzz. Maybe it was the situation I was in. Maybe it was habit, I don't know, and I can't change the past. But I can certainly change the future, or at least manage the future. It's all about managing expectations, isn't it? Now, when you eventually come off alcohol, you will feel the benefits 100-fold. Because even things like sleeping, you don't sleep properly when you've been drinking. I never used to sleep properly. And what will happen is, if you've been drinking for a long time like I was, the body will start to repair. It won't be overnight, but there are short-term benefits, mid-term benefits, and long-term benefits. And there is that phrase, where the alcohol goes, the damage flows. Or where the alcohol flows, the damage goes. They're all really, isn't it? And it's the other way around. When you come off the drink, your body will repair. It's an amazing thing, the body. And really, all you've got is your health, isn't it? It doesn't matter how much money you've got. It doesn't matter what you've achieved in life. If you haven't got your health, you've got absolutely nothing. And most people, when they come to the latter years and they're not feeling too well, they're not worried about the trophies and the achievements and the big house and the Rolls Royce or whatever. When they're dying, they want the loved ones around them, and they want to have good memories. Now, my drinking years, I haven't really got many good memories. But I've been sober 5 years now, and I've had the best 5 years of my adult life. I'll say that with my hand on heart. Because I felt better. My body repaired itself. You'll only do that if you stop the poison that you're putting into it. And it's a big ask to stop for life. And emotionally, it's a hard thing to come to terms with. So, as I said before, it's got to be looked upon as a day-to-day thing. Get through today, get through tomorrow, and congratulate yourself. Be proud that you've done it one day at a time. I couldn't even stop for 1 hour at a time at one point. I was drinking all day, all night until I fell asleep. I just crashed out. Then I'd wake up and drink again. The latter days of drinking in 2018, 2019, when I was seriously ill, I was hardly functioning, to be fair. And if you look through some of the other videos, which you should watch because there's a lot of warnings there from other people. I've got quite a few subscribers who have been through the same or worse or similar things to me. And there's some horror stories in there. If you look through the comments, if you've got time. People couldn't go to bed, or couldn't function properly, or were in hospital for weeks and weeks and weeks, as I was. I know somebody who's been in intensive care 3 times with pancreatitis. He still drinks. He's got 17 tablets he has to take every day. He's only 61. And alcohol will cut your life short, massively. If it doesn't kill you before you're 60, 65, it will certainly make you less able to do what you want to do. And when you come off the alcohol, you just feel more vibrant. You've got a lot more energy. I had no energy when I was drinking heavily. Every day was a struggle. And I think there's one thing I would take away from my alcoholic years, as it were, especially the latter years. It was hard bloody work. Hard work to have a supply ready, to think about how I was going to plan my day, to manage my finances, to look after myself, which I hardly did in the latter months and weeks. To even get in the shower was a struggle. Didn't see many people. Had to get lots of taxis. Didn't eat properly. Now enjoying my food again. I didn't enjoy food for years. It was just, alcohol was feeding me, I think. And I was just snacking, really. And you're like a car, aren't you? If you put bad fuel in, it's going to run badly. You've got to eat good food, you've got to exercise, there's all these sort of things you've got to do. So alcohol versus health. Alcohol is going to kill you. Your health's going to save your life, isn't it? at least have a few more years, because the world is a wonderful place. And it's the little things, like having a good sleep, like having a nice meal, like having a bit of rest, having a good relationship, catching up with people you haven't spoken to for a long time, maybe catching up with the hobbies you've had in the past, or doing something different, learning something different, reading a book, listening to some music, playing an instrument, whatever you want to do. You don't do any of those things when you're in this alcoholic rut or a trap. And when you come out of it, honestly, the world is incredible. You feel, you just walk around with a smile on your face because you're free of it. I've never been in prison, but I can imagine it's like being, to equate it to being in prison mentally, really, because my mind's free, everything seems calm now. It's not as chaotic. I still have issues to deal with, but I can deal with them timely in a confident way. Whereas in the past I used to panic. And one of my major issues was severe anxiety, where I was just became paranoid of every noise, every knock at the door, every letter that came through the post. There was nothing wrong, but I couldn't deal with things. I hadn't driven for years. Car more or less rotted away. I was paying insurance, never, didn't use the car. My bills were sky high because I'd left the heating on, all this sort of thing. Things go wrong when you're drinking too much. Nothing goes right. It didn't for me. And a lot of the guys I used to, and girls I used to drink with, are having severe health problems, mentally and physically. Most of them never been out of their hometown for years. Most don't have a passport anymore. And these are intelligent people who have been caught in the trap, or in the rut, as I would call it. And the further you get in the rut, obviously, the harder it is to get out, isn't it? The deep down the bottom of the bottle, I would call it. And you've got to try and break that cycle. And the best way to do it is to do it one day at a time. Because every day you're going to feel a little bit better. After 7 days, you'll start to sleep better. You will still feel a bit rough, don't get me wrong. You can't turn around 40 years of heavy drinking. I mean, I had to have medical intervention. And if you are dependent on alcohol, then you've got to seek medical advice. But even that's not enough for some people. I spoke to a woman recently in a local shop. Her father had a liver transplant. And he went back to drinking. And he died very soon after. The power of addiction is huge. And if you need help, then get it. But one of the things I've mentioned when I first started this a few months ago is that doctors, medics are brilliant people, surgeons, brilliant people. But an alcoholic only knows what you feel like. So there's people like myself and others on with other channels who actually are alcoholics. They know how you feel. They're not medics. Some of them aren't medics, but they can give you practical advice, and I can as well. So watch some of the other videos if you want to truly give up or even cut down. There's a lot of information on there. I've got an ebook out as well. I'll put a link in there as well. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the videos. I normally do a daily update, and keep watching. Any comments you've got, just drop me a line. I'll speak to you soon.